Alright. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to go over my seeds that I just recently got that we're going to be planting in our garden this year. So I guess this would be a seeds haul. First thing I gotta do is I gotta open up my package. What did I just do with it? It's right here, right behind. I get my seeds from a company called Annie's Seeds. I think it's Annie's heirloom seeds, so I can leave that linked below. But I have got to get this video done because Daniel's gonna start planting my peppers tomorrow. So I'm gonna do this today. I've been kind of putting it off. All right, we got a lot of seeds in here. Okay, so first thing, way to look at the invoice here. Wow, we got a lot. So I thought showing you guys my address. There's a lot there. Yeah, and then there's just like one more seed packet on there. So I'll go over with you guys real quick the total that we spent on seeds, just so you guys can get an idea of if you were to buy heirloom seeds, like just about how much you might be spending. You may not be doing as much as I am or as we are, or you may be doing more. First of all, so we spent about $106 altogether on seeds. Seems like a lot. They are heirloom seeds, which means I believe I'm not like the most knowledgeable in seeds and stuff. My husband is. I'm still kind of learning, but we did heirloom seeds, which you should be able to harvest the seeds. So like when you harvest, say like a watermelon, right? You harvest a watermelon and then you collect the seeds from the watermelon and you hang on to those, you dry them out properly and everything, wash them, dry them out. And then you can replant those seeds again and again and again. Like you just keep doing that every year. So that's what heirloom, I believe, means. I'm sure there's someone out there who's going like technically, whatever. That's what I understand. So that's how I understand it. That's what we did. There is organic seeds, but I just recently learned that it's not a big deal to get organic. Someone may be like cringing right now. I don't know. They may be like, oh my gosh, you have to get organic. But I will leave a video linked below that kind of like helped me feel a little bit better about not getting organic. My husband, you know, he works at a greenhouse. So he was telling me, he's like, no, organic is not a big deal. You don't have to get organic. Just get heirloom and that's good enough. Because when you're planting your garden, if you're in control of it, you can decide if you want to put fertilizers on it or weed killers or whatever. You know, you could decide all those things, you know, pesticides and stuff like that. And if you're not going to do any of that, then I'm pretty sure your garden is considerably close to organic. So for us, it's not a big deal. As long as we're not spraying stuff on our crops, we're okay with not getting organic seeds. But we do like the idea of having heirloom seeds, so then you can reuse those seeds again, because mine and my husband's goal with this whole thing is just to kind of be more self-sufficient. So that's why we would like to have heirloom, so we can use our seeds again and again. Before I go over the seeds that I got, I feel like my hair is really annoying right now. Like I feel like with it down, it's just, I don't know. I feel like I need to like pull it back or something. I feel like it's distracting. Is it distracting? I hope it's not distracting with it like all over the place. Anyways, I'm trying to decide if I should put up. You know what? I think I'm just gonna put my hair up. Okay. I just want to have my hair up because I just feel like it's kind of distracting in the video and I don't want the video to show. Is someone coming in? Oh, someone's coming in. I'm back. My in-laws came over. My father-in-law was helping my husband out in the yard, and my mother-in-law just came in and visited with me. So it's late now, but I still wanted to get this video done. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try to jump right into this. So Daniel is going to be starting some of the seeds for me tomorrow at his work, because he works at a greenhouse. And he's gonna just be starting the peppers. Are you starting tomatoes too?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the tomatoes too.
Okay, so he's starting peppers and tomatoes. Anything else?
No.
Okay, just peppers and tomatoes. And so I kind of want to go over to like how I decide what seeds I'm going to be ordering. So what I basically do is I just kind of take inventory of like what do we use a lot now. Like we eat green beans for sides, so we'll do green beans, and then you know, obviously what?
Red beets.
Red beets. Daniel wants pickled beets this year because he loves pickled beets.
I want pickles.
Yeah, Sarah loves pickles, so
I would drink the juice if you had juice.
so maybe we'll do some pickles this year, so you can kind of see how we decide to do things. If we're buying it in the grocery store, we're gonna try to make it here so then we don't have to go buy it in the grocery store, I guess. Basically. I love you too, Sarah. So last year we did spaghetti sauce, and that was really nice because then like this whole winter season so far we have not needed to go buy spaghetti sauce at all. But like we're not going to plant things that we're not going to preserve and eat. Obviously, like that would just be a waste. Like I'm not just gonna grow peas because I'd like to just grow peas if we're not actually gonna eat peas. Like that's just a waste of time and effort and energy and money. So we're not doing peas. But if we were using peas, we would grow peas. This year, since I'm looking at doing a lot of like tomato products, like I'd like to do some like barbecue sauce, and I'd like to try and make some ketchup, maybe do some more spaghetti sauce. I don't know, we still have a ton. We may not need to do that. We're going to grow tomatoes. I do like to do peppers. I'd like to try and make like some hot sauce this year too. So we're gonna try to grow some more peppers. I love using like jalapenos, like I use it in my cowboy candy. I made a ton of cowboy candy. I don't think I'm gonna have to make cowboy candy again this year. But I do love making red jalapeno pepper jelly. And that's simple. Like all I do is I just leave the jalapenos on the plant a little bit longer. So like they'll turn green, and then if you leave them just a little bit longer, they'll start to turn red. And I just like red because they get a little bit sweeter, I think, and they also, like the red pepper jelly just looks more appealing than like green pepper jelly. So that's why I do that. But the other way I kind of gauge and decide how I'm going to do the garden, or like what I'm going to decide to plant, is can I even preserve it? Otherwise, we'll just plant just enough to eat it fresh through the season, and that will be nice. Like lettuce, like we won't be able to preserve lettuce because you freeze lettuce and pull it out, it's gonna be gross and wilty. So something that I bought a couple years ago, maybe it was last year actually, I bought this book. It's called The Practical Produce Cookbook, and it's how to plant, pick, prepare, and preserve produce. And if I can get it, like if I can pull up a website for it, like a place to buy it, I will leave it linked below. I really don't know though, because I bought it in the bulk food store, which they sell like a lot of books written by Mennonite and Amish people, and a lot of times they don't really have a website that their books are published on, or like they're not selling them on Amazon usually. So I don't know how I would, if they don't have a website, I don't know how I would leave it linked below. But it was a really good book. I'll try my best. What they have in here, what I loved, is you flip to, let's see, I have it marked off because those are all things that I would have liked to grow. So let's see what is one of the things. So broccoli here. I don't think we're doing broccoli actually this year, but I just kind of like tagged it because it tells you like how to freeze broccoli. So like you could freeze broccoli, And let's see, there's no more other methods. Let's see another one that I liked. That's a recipe. So they also have recipes throughout here. So like this is corn. So they have like corn fritters, corn pancakes, scalloped corn, like a whole bunch of recipes for different ways to use corn. And that's another way you could use stuff in your garden as well, is you can freeze it in meals and then freeze the meal and it's already prepared. So that's another way too, other than just like actually freezing it. So you can can corn, you can freeze corn. They got corn relish. They have how to can cream style corn. So this just has a whole bunch of different things. This is just a really good resource. So this was something that I used to kind of decide what I'm going to be planting. I feel like I didn't really need to reference it too much this year, just because I already kind of had an idea of what I was going to grow. But you know, if you're starting out, this is kind of a good place to start too, if you don't know where to start or what to grow. And then I got this book recently. It's the Ball Complete Home, or Complete Book of Home Preserving. And they have all kinds of recipes. You can actually go on the Ball website and they have a ton of recipes there too. But then this really helped me to kind of figure out more, like, okay, I want to make this and I want to make that. So I'm gonna need like a ton of tomatoes because I want to make different sauces and things like that. Getting a book of recipes of things that you'd like to preserve will kind of help give you an idea too. Not only that, but they'll tell you how much of something you'll need, like how much of the produce you'll need. So like 12 cups of diced cored peeled tomatoes in this one recipe. It's a spicy tomato salsa. So then you can kind of get an idea of like, okay, I'm going to need a lot of tomatoes or a certain plant or whatever in order to make this recipe, or if I want to make a lot of this recipe or this recipe and a lot more that use the same product. My whole goal with canning and preserving is to pretty much just like take a look at like what we usually buy in the store and just kind of recreate it at home, so that we don't have to like depend on the store carrying it, or you know, just even like depend on just going to the store to get it. I found so much freedom in being able to have like our own tomato sauce and spaghetti sauce and our own green beans canned on the shelf, and like our own maple syrup, like just different things. Like I found so much freedom and like relief in like knowing, okay, I don't gotta go spend money out in the grocery store to go buy those things, because I already did the work back in August and it's all done. So besides the maple syrup, that was just done recently, but everything else, you know, and the green beans have been there for a little while, so I don't think I did those I didn't do green beans last year at all. But the tomatoes I did. And so it's just such a relief, like, to be able to like go to the grocery store and it's one less thing that I have to grab off the shelf, you know, or to put on my list and to remember to get. That's kind of like my whole goal, and why I like to preserve things and can things, is because then I don't have to go to the grocery store and get them, or hope that the grocery store still carries them. Because I mean, there's instances like one time I liked getting, for a little while, I like to get is a Southwest corn blend. And I had a recipe that called for Southwest corn blend. It was a frozen corn. And then the stores just stopped carrying it. And I was really sad, because I was like, I really liked it. I really liked being able to put that in my soup that I was putting it in. And then they just stopped carrying it. I couldn't find it anywhere. So that's always frustrating too, when you have something that you like and the stores just stop carrying it. So if you can recreate it at home, you don't have to worry about ever like running out if you know how to make it. That's another reason why I like to do this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get right into our seeds here and kind of go over what I'm kind of thinking of doing with each plant. So we get our seeds from Annie's Seeds. I always send you a catalog, which is kind of nice. You can look through it. I have a ton. I feel like we're always getting them. So let's see, what do we got here? I'm gonna get some water. Okay, so this is funny. This is one of our peppers, and I'm like, why did I order this? I don't know. I don't remember ordering this. If I see the picture, I'm sure I'll go, oh yeah, that's why I ordered it. So I may have to go back to the catalog and like look at a picture of it or go on their website. But this is a Golden California Wander Pepper. And so they have information on the back of each packet. I probably just wanted to make like a hot sauce with it or something. I don't know. What is this one? This is basil. So I love having basil. Obviously, it's an herb. You can cook all kinds of stuff with it. But I'm especially planning on making some pesto. I used to love pesto, but for a while I went without pesto because I think when I was pregnant with Wyatt, for whatever reason, pesto just like turned me off. Like I just did not want it at all. It just didn't sound good at all. So I went like a long time. Actually that year I did plant pesto and it just completely went, or not pesto, I planted basil and that year it just died. Like I just like let it die because I couldn't even go near the basil without like wanting to barf or something. Like it was just weird. So I'm gonna give that a try again. And let's see, what's this one? Oh, this is onion. So just onion. I kind of plan on either, I think I'm gonna freeze the onions. So like I think I'm going to chop them up, freeze them, and just have them in the freezer prepared. I'm just not even gonna try the whole root cellar thing this year for myself. I'm not going to, for a couple of reasons. One, I know myself and I'm not gonna be disciplined enough to go and like pick through like the rotted produce and get it out of there before it rots the rest of the produce. And if it just like involves like an extra step to have to like go to the basement and dig them out, like I'm not going to. Like I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to cook a dish with onions then. Like I'm just not going to do that. So I like to just kind of make it more convenient. I'll probably just end up freezing them, hopefully. Mom! And then we got some cucumber. Cucumber is just good to eat fresh. We just love cucumbers around here. But I also plan on hopefully making some pickles, and I think I actually got a pickling cucumbers. So those ones might just be for fresh eating, and maybe I'll make, I don't know, we'll see what I can make out of it. Let's see, what's this one? Carrots. So carrots are good in all kinds of stuff. So I got carrots to put in like soups and stews and whatever else we use carrots in. And then watermelon, that's gonna be nice to enjoy this summer. Sarah loves watermelon, and my dog actually really loves watermelon too. So sweet corn, so I'm excited to try some sweet corn, and I'll probably end up either canning it or freezing it, and then also we'll just of course eat it fresh when it's ready. Some more of the sweet corn. This cilantro, just to have fresh. I don't know if I'll do anything else with it. I kind of don't know why I ordered it, but probably to do, I bet you it's because I might do some salsas. That might be why. So I think that's why I got it. Some days it's like, why did I order that? Chives. When I was a kid, my neighbor had this barrel that she grew chives in, and I don't know, like I just, ever since then, like I've always just like loved chives, and I've always wanted to grow them. So I'm gonna give that a try. And chives are also good on different things, so why not? Cherry Roma tomatoes. So cherry tomatoes are just really good to eat, and I like to roast them. So we got that. I kind of plan on making some like tabbouleh this summer too, so that'll be good in that. And then we got Campbell 33 tomatoes. It says, developed for Campbell's Soup Company, this early maturing variety is a disease-resistant, reliable performer that grows well in adverse weather conditions. Bright red 7 to 10 ounce fruits ripen at once. Great fresh eating and canning. Sweet flavor with a touch of acidity. These, I think we had these last year. I just didn't really know. Daniel kind of did the ordering last year. But there was, when I was making our spaghetti sauce, it calls for sugar in the recipe. But before I got to like adding the sugar, my sister-in-law, she was over, and this is when I still did not, like my loss of taste was even worse. But my sister-in-law came over and she tried it and she goes, this is really good. This is really sweet. She's like, Alex, I don't think you're gonna need any sugar. And so I thought, well, that would be awesome, because for a while I had been buying no sugar added tomato sauce just because I try to be a little bit more conscious of like the amounts of sugar that we eat and stuff. That was really cool when that was sweet enough it didn't even need sugar. We didn't add any sugar to it. So that might have been why, is because we had the Campbell's tomato, the Campbell 33 tomatoes mixed in with it. So I kind of plan on doing that again. I would really like to try to make some tomato soup, like condensed tomato soup, so we'll see. Butternut squash, just good for roasting and eating, and you can freeze it, so I plan on doing that. Buttercup squash, kind of the same thing. I'm gonna try to get through this quickly. Bouquet dill, so if we do like dill pickles and stuff, I'd like to have like my own dill and not have to go to the store and get dill, so there's that. And this is heavy. This is bush bean. So green beans, we just like to eat them out of the can, and then if I can, I like to catch them when they're still kind of skinny and small and freeze them, and I like to like saute them. Okay, iceberg lettuce, just for fresh eating. So lots of salads this summer, hopefully. Japanese hull-less popcorn. So I'm gonna give this a try because Wyatt likes popcorn, and I didn't know it, but I kind of read like a really scary story a little while back about a toddler who was like choking on popcorn, and that like so scary. I didn't know. I did not know. Some of these things you just don't know. So I did not know that it was dangerous to give a toddler popcorn when, you know, everyone else around me is giving toddlers popcorn, so I had no idea. So, and it was because of like the kernel, I guess. So I thought maybe we try this, and also who likes to get popcorn junk stuck in their teeth? Like, no one. So I'm really excited to try this, and hopefully it is what I'm kind of thinking, that it would be like a nice softer popcorn and a little bit safer to eat. This is a giant pepper. So pepper is just kind of like weird name, so I don't really know what pepper this is. Again, I'm gonna have to like look at the pictures, probably just for a hot sauce or a salsa or something. Some more cucumbers. This is a loofah gourd. I'm really excited to try that. I had some friends that grew loofahs, and you dry them out and then you can like use them in the shower as like sponges, and they're just really good at exfoliating. So I'm excited to try that out. I just wanted to like experiment with it. So I just bought that so I could grow it and experiment with it. Pie pumpkin, obviously for pumpkin pie, and just having, I think I may puree it and freeze it, or I'll just cut it and can it. You cannot can pureed pumpkin. You have to can it in like chunks. I guess it's not safe. I don't know, there's debate on it. There's a lot of debate. People will do it, but if I would like to go by what Ball says, just to be on the safe side. Red onion, not only in like tabbouleh and tacos and things like that, but I'd really like to try and make some pickled red onions, because I've had those before and those are really good. Table queen squash, I forget what that one looks like, but it's a squash, so probably good. Yes, here we go. Cayenne, wait a minute. Cayenne pepper, that's gonna be for my hot sauce I'm gonna experiment with. Jalapeno pepper, just for everything. It just goes in everything. I think I wanna actually try this year to make frozen jalapeno poppers, where like you just slice them down the center, and how I do it is I slice them down the center, then I put cream cheese in them, and I top it with cheddar cheese, and then I wrap them in bacon, and then so I think I'm gonna try to freeze that and then just have it as like a snack ready to go. Zinnias, my sister-in-law grows zinnias, and I love that she goes out and cuts flowers, and it just feels special. I don't know, I went and did it with her a couple times. Oh my goodness. Okay, it is the next day. Same shirt though. I hope that's not gross. I do that sometimes. My shirt's not too dirty the night before. I'll sleep in it. Possibly wear it the next day too. So that's a gross fact about me. Anyways, I don't know if that's gross, but some people probably find it gross. So my camera died right in the middle of me going through my seeds. So I just left everything right where it was, and I was like, I'll just finish it in the morning. So this morning, we are gonna go grocery shopping, doing something a little different here. Got like a little low ponytail. I don't know. We'll see how I like it. I'm trying to relearn how to manage long hair again. So I tried to get through this video real quickly. I got meatballs in the oven. We're gonna do barbecue meatballs in the slow cookers. So like while we're out grocery shopping, I don't gotta worry about dinner tonight. I gotta run something to Daniel at work, and yeah. So he actually did not take the tomato seeds and pepper seeds with him this morning to work. That's not what I gotta run to him. But he's not gonna plant them today because he's gotta do something after work for a guy. So he's not gonna be able to plant the seeds. So that's okay because I didn't get to go over a type of seed with you guys that I actually got. So it worked out that way. So I got my coffee and we're gonna get right into this. What do you need, bud? Let's see, where did I leave off? This was zinnias. So I was telling you guys about the zinnias and how my sister-in-law, over the summer, she would go and cut her own flowers, and I did that with her a little bit. And there was just something like so satisfying about going and cutting your own flowers and bringing them in, and I don't know. Like, I never was really like a flowers person. I could care less if I get flowers. Like, if my husband gets me flowers, I appreciate them. I love them. But I'm not like someone that's like, oh, you've got to get me flowers for our anniversary and Valentine's Day and whatever other holiday there is out there. I'm not like that. I don't know if it comes from, maybe I was like traumatized because like when my dad passed away, there was like so many plants and so many flowers. It was overwhelming. Like, you know, because I didn't realize that like after the funeral, you take all that home and then it just jungles your house, and that's what happened. We had a ton of flowers. My mom loved flowers. I don't know why it would be traumatizing, but then maybe it's just like a connection I make. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna do flowers and just to have something beautiful to like bring in the home and just have. And also they're great for pollinating and all that. So it helps bees and any other pollinators out there. And I want to do that. So as if planting a garden isn't enough, right? But let's plant some flowers too. All right, trying to zip right through these. So another one I had that I don't think I went over, but it was a golden California wander pepper. Again, I don't remember what exactly this pepper is, what it looks like. If it's supposed to be a chili or if it's supposed to be, I don't know. Maybe I accidentally just like got a mix of peppers. I'm not really sure. I gotta look at the invoice. The other one was the Amish paste tomato. I'm not gonna pull it out of here because they all look the same on the front. But anyways, I got an Amish paste tomato, and that was great for making stuff that you want your stuff thicker, like your tomato stuff thicker. So like, obviously for tomato paste and for, you know, tomato sauces and all that, it's just a more meatier tomato. It's a more, I hope I didn't say Amish paste potatoes. No, I didn't. But it's just a more meatier tomato that is good for sauces and things. You don't have as much water that you're squeezing out of them and getting, you know, you're getting more tomato for the volume, I guess. I don't know. So more sauce out of your tomato, if that makes sense. And you're not discarding a bunch of like stuff or waiting for it all to like boil, you know, boil all the water out of it. Next thing is zucchini. This is black, it says Black Beauty zucchini. So we got that, and we love zucchini. I plan on just shredding it, eating it fresh. I like to make like grain bowls where like I just like roast like the zucchini with squash and stuff, and then I mix it in with like my rice and like hummus, and it's just a good like lunch for me. So I like to have that. And then we have more beans. Other thing I forgot to grab, we still have it in the pantry, is our beet seeds. So my husband loves pickled beets, and we're gonna do that again. We still have leftover seeds from that. They're Detroit dark beets is what we get. So that is it for the seeds that we got for this year, and I'm so excited to see how our garden turns out, and I will of course keep you guys updated on how everything is growing and how everything is doing and what survived, what didn't survive. Hopefully everything survives and flourishes, and just kind of take you along the journey. This is just the beginning of our journey for gardening. So this isn't our first time gardening. This is, I don't know, we've been gardening for a few years now, ever since we've been here. So it's not our first rodeo, but it is my first time actually documenting it. So this will be really cool to kind of look back and see, you know, what my hopes were, and then what did I end up actually doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I got to get meatballs out of the oven, and I gotta get these kids dressed. We gotta get going. I really wanna get to the store first thing this morning so I can get back home before Wyatt is due for a nap, or at least I could time it where he naps on the way home. So we're gonna do that, and this will be the end. So if you like videos like this, please click subscribe so you can see more. Give this video a thumbs up so I know I'm doing a good job. And yeah, I guess I'll just see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.